Hi, I'm Tom Blaisse, and I've been doing this kind of work for over 25 years now, helping people turn on their lights so that they can shine. And my mission is to get people think differently so that they act differently, so that they get the results that they need. And if they're getting the results, then there's no need to change. But in areas of their life, at work, at home, personal life, where they're not getting the results, then we encourage them to think about what they think about and drive different behaviors that will help them get the results. That's what I'm all about, to create an environment where people are motivated to do that. Thanks.
I heard a little story the other day, John. This guy had this terrible pain in his neck. Went down the back of his shoulders, in the back of his neck, in the top of his shoulders, and he endured this for weeks, and finally goes to the doctor. He says, "Doctor, I got this terrible pain in my shoulders and my back and my neck. It goes down the top of my shoulders into the base of my spine." And the doctor checked him out, and he says, "I can't find anything physically wrong with you." He says, "You're probably under a lot of stress." He says, "I sure am." He says, "I've been working hard, 50, 60 hours a week here." He says, "Why don't you take a vacation? Take a cruise and unwind." So he thought, great idea. So he thought he'd get a new suit, for the captain's table. And he goes into the clothing store, and he says, "I need a new suit." The salesperson says, "Sir, I always guess my customer sizes." He says, "I can tell just by looking at you that you're 42 regular, 33 length, 32 cuff, 15.5 collar." And the man says, "That's amazing. You're exactly right, except for the collar." He says, "I take a 15 collar." The sales guy says, No, you're 15.5. And the man says, "I've been wearing a 15 collar for months." And the sales guy says, "Sir, if you wore a collar too small, you'd start getting a pain in your neck, and that would go down." It's fine.
So let's just look quickly what it is. What is time? If you look at the dictionary, it says time is a sequence of events from past through present through future. A sequence or a continuum of events. Now, what does that mean? You say the basic element of time then is an event. What's an event? So an event is usually thought of as something big, good or bad. But when you think about it, what isn't an event? Everything really is an event. I go into the doctor's office to have an eye exam, that's an event. You get up in the morning, take a shower, drive to work, that's an event. You get a phone call in the middle of the day. Let's say, for example, what's your name again? Brittany. And I'm in the middle of my day here, and let's say it's 8:15, and the phone rings. I pick up the phone. "Oh, hi, Brittany, how are you?" I chat with Brittany for 15 minutes. Then I hang out the phone. I look at the clock. It's now 8:30. Well, that was a 15-minute event. And then I go on to something else, and something else, and something else. So time simply becomes a sequence of those kinds of events.
See, once the belief changes, the behavior follows. He didn't need a patch or a support group or a personnel policy manual. He didn't need anybody watching over him because the belief had changed. But when the belief changes, the behavior follows. So we need to step back and we need to look at what are the experiences that we're creating for each other. As managers and leaders, every interaction with another human being is an experience. It's either going to reinforce a belief or drive a new one. And the question you need to ask is, what are the beliefs that you want your people to have about you, about the organization, about the policies, about the results that they need to accomplish? And are those beliefs driving behaviors that are going to help them achieve the results and meet their needs over time? That's the challenge of accountability, to drive that model so that they will accomplish the results, feel accountable, take that ownership, and make it happen.
Ralph, let's say that we're all watching this, and 30 of us get into a big bus, and Ralph's the driver, and he's speeding down the highway at 80 miles an hour, let's say, and he's got to get to his location, and we're in the bus, and we say, "Ralph, you better slow down, man, because if you speed, then you'll get a ticket." Well, that's our belief. What's Ralph's belief? He's not going to get a ticket. I mean, think about it. If he really believed that he was going to get a ticket and was still speeding, that's insanity. So he must think he's not going to get caught. Now, let's test that out. He makes it to his destination in time. He doesn't get a ticket. What does that say to him about his belief? Right or wrong? Right. Yes. And then he gets into the habit. It becomes a pattern of behavior for him. Every time he's in the bus, it's pedal to the metal. He becomes a speed demon. Now, of course, results take time to accomplish. Eventually, what's going to happen, folks? He's going to get a ticket, cop pulls him over, $150, 3 points on his license, and at that point he's thinking, wait a minute, something's wrong here. He's got a ticket in one hand, and he's got a belief in the other hand that I can speed and not get caught. Now, in psychology, they call that cognitive dissonance. My master's degree is in counseling psychology. So cognitive dissonance is the difference between what we think is true and what is actually true. He's got a ticket in his hand, but he still thinks he can speed and not get caught. You follow me on this? Now, he says, okay, I'm going to change. I'm not going to speed again. Yeah, right. Old habits what? Die hard. And a couple of weeks later, he's speeding down the highway. We're in the bus. He's going 90 miles an hour. And he makes it to his destination, and he doesn't get a ticket. What does that say to him about his belief? What belief does that reinforce, the old one or the new one? The old one. That's why it's so hard to change.
And Tom does a great job in making it personal, making it humorous, and leaving them with a message when they're finished.
But as I told him, I would like to be able to attend when he does a full seminar presentation. I would like to attend that. I think it's a very worthwhile tool.
I thought it was excellent. I've seen him twice, and I hope that he comes and does it again.
It was very entertaining and very informative and very enthusiastic.